Savitri Munda is a 12-year-old young girl living in Kumarabaga village of Sundargarh district of Odisha. A student of class 8, Savitri was a bright student in her class and enjoyed going to school. Savitri is the youngest daughter in her family.
When I was in class 8, a proposal came from a suitor for marriage. I was too young to be married, but my parents were interested in the marriage because the suitor was from a well-to-do and reputed family of the village. Because of the pandemic, the financial burden on our heads was increasing with each passing day, which added to the pressure on my family to get me married.
Child marriage is a menace that still haunts India even after 92 years since it was outlawed in the country. Child marriage, which usually affects girls, impacts their education, compromises their health, puts them at a higher risk of violence, and undermines their growth potential. Even today, 27% of women in India got married before they turned 18. One of the aims of Gapping Space adolescent life skill training is to make the girls aware of such social evils and empower them to fight against it.
When the PACE adolescent life skill training began in my village, I started attending classes at first. During the training, I became aware of the consequences of early marriage, such as the end of my education and increased risk of pregnancy. At the training, I got a safe space to share my concerns about my child marriage and to talk to other girls of the village about it. However, I had to drop out of the training after my marriage was fixed.
When Savitri was absent for a long time from the classes, her friends informed us that she has dropped out of the training because of her marriage has been fixed. I discussed the situation with my peers and we immediately decided to intervene and stop the marriage. Then the Hamara Bachpan Trust team interacted with the family and explained to them the harms of getting their daughter married at such a young age. After a long discussion, the family understood and decided to stop the marriage. The pandemic had made our financial condition miserable, and it was during this unfortunate time that we thought marrying of Savitri will lessen the financial burden. The suitor was also from a good family. It was only when Savitri and people from Hamara Bachpan Trust came to talk to us, we realized how grave a mistake we were going to commit.
Because of her efforts, Savitri's family agreed to cancel her marriage and now she is living at her uncle's place and has enrolled her name at the school again. Savitri did not stop here. She is now vocally speaking up against child marriage in her village.
I was highly impressed and overjoyed to hear about Savitri's fight against child marriage. Child marriage is backed by deep-rooted biases against women, poverty and various other factors. Because of the Gapping Space life skill training and the efforts by Hamara Bachpan Trust, Savitri is now a role model for girls not only in the village but across the country.
Early marriage not only puts a stop to girls' hopes and dreams, it puts her in health and life risk as well. I want to stand for every girl who is in my situation. I will work towards setting up a society where young girls will no longer be seen as a burden.